It feels so lovely to be back playing Moana. It's never guaranteed that we can tell more of the story or that we ever get a sequel. So coming back really feels like coming home. And this is the first time in Disney history that a Disney princess has been allowed to age. So from our first film to now, 3 years have passed. And I have also aged. I was cast when I was 14. I turned 24 in just a couple of days. So to have her growth and my growth juxtaposed, it feels like kismet.
Animation is a collaborative process, start to finish, and it's a huge crew. It's a very big movie. We have bigger effects. We have more characters than the last film.
We were always, you know, in the animation building with the entire creative team. And also, like, even outside of that, when we would have a screening, the entirety of the animation department
That was my favorite.
would come in and do these brain trust meetings and sort of pick apart the story and put it back together again. And you know, we were always constantly evolving with the story.
Working on one of these is, it takes a long time. So to be able to have people who you trust and you believe in their sensibilities and their story mind clicks with yours, I think that was really incredibly special.
They prioritized Moana's growth in this film. If our last film was about connecting with the past, this one is about connecting with the future and connecting the entirety of the Pacific. So that feeling of community has only gotten stronger.
Moana in the first movie was really trying to find herself, and it was more centered about her personal identity. And that is a thing in the second movie, but it's much more about the connection to community and what that means. And I feel like that's very much like a pillar of their culture. It's a we mentality, not an I mentality.
Yeah. And I also love the fact that when we were talking to the Oceania Cultural Trust and Real Life Wayfinders, they said something really profound, which was that, you know, they don't see the ocean as, you know, separating them. You know, they see it as connecting all of us, and I think that's beautiful.
I love that we added Simea. We added a character that, for Moana, shows her investment in the future, her love for her people, and really makes it difficult to leave this time.
There's an incredible moment when Moana is going to actually leave the island and her entire community is out there, and there's this incredible chant that's done. It's a really powerful cultural moment that I didn't know all the ceremonial aspects to actually leaving on a journey, and to have everybody there for her and for that whole crew to send them off and put the wind in their sails was really powerful. The music in that is absolutely incredible. And just to see that the community swell around them was really powerful. I think it's definitely one of our favorite moments altogether, for sure, because it speaks to what's different about this film. In the first film, she went out all by herself in the middle of the night. Her mom said goodbye and that was it. But now everybody's out there with her, and you know, they pull the canoe and it touches the water for the first time. It's an incredibly special moment.
My favorite thing that was explored in this film starts with a line from Tautai Vasa, where he basically says, in isolation, we will all disappear. And I think that is so powerful in remembering the strength of the Pacific and the strength of small island states, and changing our mindset from small island states to big ocean states, that the ocean truly connects us and connects the community, not just of Polynesia, but Micronesia and Melanesia as well. We are so lucky to have a shared history of voyaging across the ocean. And I love that that's being put on a big screen.
Moana changed Maui in the last film, like really helped him find a new emotional side of himself. It was really important that we brought that friendship back, and we had all the fun that we had in the first film with them, but that we push on what it means to care about someone else, and that it makes you vulnerable in ways you weren't vulnerable before. And I think we took Maui and Moana's friendship to some really deep places. I would say it was a challenge to reintroduce Maui into the world in a way that felt worthy of Maui. But it was really exciting to bring him back into Moana's world, but also introduce him to the new characters that we have. So one of my favorite moments was just Maui meeting our crew.
That was great.
It's ridiculous, but in all the best ways.
It is ridiculous. It's so funny.
No, I remember when you walked in to pitch it, you know, just, yeah, you acted it out. You saw it.
really
I
did.
love it.
You
I was like, what if
So good.
Braveheart meets Mad Mardigan and I'm a little teapot? Watch Moana 2.
Yes. I'm gonna go with Can I Get a Choo-Choo, because I love that song. I love the character Maui. I love its over the top visuals. did a little bit of drawing storyboard work on it, and I think visually it's an incredible scene, but also it's such a nice flip from your welcome when he's so just self-aggrandizing and he's actually flipping and actually giving out to Moana. So I think it's doing a lot of things at once, but still in a very Maui way, which I really love.
I loved Get Lost because I love a villainous bop. And we got to like step outside of the world a little bit and create Matangi's world, which was really fun.
It is a bop.
It's a
For
bop!
sure. Mine is Beyond, just because my favorite part of a Disney song is like that moment when she reaches for that high note and the orchestra swells and it's just like, oh my god.
I'm really excited for fans to meet Simea, Moana's younger sister. That changes everything for Moana, to have someone truly pulling her and begging her to stay home and to come back home. I love that we have all new characters. We have a whole crew for Moana to join this time around. We have Moni, Loto, and Kele, each of them representing a different part of Indigenous knowledge and history. I love that Maui is back and better than ever. He's got his own song. He's Chihu-ing his way along. The Kakamora are back with a redemption arc. We've got all new villains. It feels bigger and better than ever. Who could have asked for more?
One sequence that I'm especially proud of is when Moana is being given her title, the Salfa'i ceremony where her father is now going to give her the title of Tautai. So much thought and care went into the positioning of literally every single character, the placement, and then really it's like the inciting moment when our story really kicks off, when she gets to meet Tautai Vasa and gets that call.
If I only get one word to describe the film, I would say Chihu.
Just one word?
Exhilarating. There you go.
Yeah, thrilling.
Epic. I said it fast.
I know.
That's
I
my
know.
word, and I don't want you to steal
I'll say
it.
beautiful.
It's a good one.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Empowering.